Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Stock with Khan. In this video I'm gonna be going through some of the stocks where I would immediately put my money at, as in the last couple of days, in the last 10 days overall, the stock market is reddish and it's fluctuating, but in a way that it's going downwards. And also about if you are an American audience, the third stimulus check and what's the status of it. So stick around. I think you're gonna like what I've got for you. So first of all, the news about the third stimulus check is there was massive tension between the Republican and Democrat politicians. And Biden was saying that Republican politicians should listen to their voters and that they should agree upon the third stimulus package passing and approval. But the Republicans were against it and saying that the bill is filled with things that has nothing to do with COVID, and half of this money won't be even spent this year. But anyway, the current news is the stimulus bill was approved by the House Budget Committee and it will now be advanced to the House Rules Committee, and the House representatives have to they're expected to vote on the stimulus bill end of this week. So hopefully the news will be positive for the Americans, and in case the news is positive and the bill is passed, in which case $1,400 will be given to the Americans. If I would be one of those receiving candidates, where would I put my money? Where would I put those $1,400 in the current market, which is supposed to be in a settling phase, because the market was kind of in a bubble and now it's in a settling phase, but seems like there kind of is like a market crash happening right now. So I don't think personally that the market crash will happen. I think this is a huge correction right now going on because there was a massive bubble in the market, especially after what happened with the GameStop and AMC and EXPR and stocks like that, NAKD. So I personally think there isn't no market crash. I think this is just massive correction, and I have the feeling that in the next coming days there will be sudden pop in those stocks that I'm gonna go and talk about, because I see a huge potential in some of those stocks. So let's get right into it. My first stock, which is Sunwork, as you guys might already know, that this year is about solar energy. It's about the EV, electric vehicles, and it also has a huge some of the stocks also from cannabis have huge potential to go high and almost double by the end of this year, because Biden came and in the beginning of the election he mentioned that they are hinted that they're going to legalize the marijuana. So because of which many of the stocks have jumped. But today I'm going to go through some of the solar stocks, some of the technological stocks, as well as the EV related stock that I'm very interested in. Beside that, gambling is also, online gambling has also huge potential, and many of the investors are speculating that these gambling related stocks could easily double by end of this year. So I'm going to also talk about one social media related, or let's say one media related and also gambling connected stock, Fubo TV. So stick around. I think you're gonna like what I've got for you. But let's get in now directly to Sunwork. My first stock that I'm gonna talk about, Sunwork, it's like a penny stock. I was personally in the beginning of this stock when it was trading somewhere in around $5-6. I started investing in this stock massively, and I was lucky enough to ride it all along till it reached up to $29. And then I sold my share right when it was at its peak. its 52 weeks high. So in this case, I felt very lucky because there was massive correction in this stock right after that, when it reached its peak. And then as it started to bounce back somewhere around the $22 range, I bought my shares back, and right now there is massive correction going on in this stock, and it's trading around 11.51. So I'm down on this stock at the moment, but I've already made enough money with it. I personally think that Sunwork has a huge potential to reach back to its 29-30 range by the end of this year. So I'm quite bullish on it. It's a solar related stock, and it's a penny stock, so it's extremely volatile. These penny stocks are jumping like going up and down very easily, and anytime a stock is worth less than $1 billion in market cap, as you can see it's 280 million, this stock is then considered a penny stock. So Sunwork is my first stock. I'm highly bullish on it, and I personally believe that its target range by end of this year is somewhere between 25 to 30s and probably beyond. My next talk that I'm going to talk about is about Fubo TV. Fubo TV recently they started to connect with online betting, and because of which the stock popped very high, and it was trading at some point in like around 20th of December 22nd. You can see it was trading at $62, after which there was a massive correction and the stock dropped back to literally 24. So exactly, yeah. So it dropped back to 24, and slowly and gradually it started to gain momentum and was trading somewhere in high 40s, and somewhere at this point also beyond 50. So I think at this moment there is massive correction going on in the whole market, and so does in Fubo TV. But I do believe that this stock can easily reach to its high, which was somewhere around 60, 62 by end of this year, if the stock market got its momentum back, which I personally believe, as well as other YouTubers and the investor believe that it will. I do believe that this stock has a potential to reach to its highest, and around 60, 62 by end of this year. My third stock that I'm gonna discuss with you is one of my favorite among all the stocks that I'm gonna discuss today. It's Palantir Technologies. I'm huge on this stock, massively invested in this stock. Recently, ARK came and they bought somewhere around 5 billions of Palantir Technology stocks when it started to drop. So it was somewhere in this range. Exactly, somewhere in this range. And then you can see that it jumped back, started to pop back. But since we all know that right now there is a huge correction going on in the market, so this also affected Palantir Technology, and it's trading somewhere around 26. But if you compare it to its recent highs, which was around 37, I think this stock hasn't gone down so much as the other stocks we see, including Tesla. We recently saw that Tesla was trading around 900, and today it was trading around $690. So it indicates that the whole market is in a bear mood, and so there is a huge bullish trend expected, and this must have a huge impact. This will have a huge impact, I believe, on the Palantir Technology. So I'm bullish on Palantir Technology, heavily invested in it, and I highly recommend to anybody who is new to the investment. Of course, I'm not your financial advisor. You should always do your own research, your own due diligence. But if I would be in your shoes, and if I would have spare money in hands, I would just put it in Palantir Technology, at least 15%, 10 to 15% of that money. My next stock is EV related. EVs are quite bullish. EV related stocks are quite bullish at the moment, This stock is Romeo Power. It has Romeo Power. It's dealing with lithium-ion battery for the EV cars. It's was a penny stock very recently, but now its market cap is above 1 billion. But I personally believe that this stock has such a good potential to go high, because as you can see, it was very recently trading around 38 and now it's $12. Such a good opportunity to jump in on a stock like that, which is not far away from a penny stock. So if the stock market got green, this for sure will double very soon. As you can see, it was trading beyond 30 not very far, end of December, so somewhere 24th of December. So I do believe that Romeo Power, knowing that the future is for the electric vehicle and there will be lithium ion batteries needed for EVs cars, I do believe that this company Romeo Power has very good opportunity to double and even triple in the next 12 to 24 months. So I would recommend Romeo Power as well. And I'm invested in all those four stocks: Sunwork, Fubo TV, Romeo Power, but my favorite is Palantir Technology. I'm heavily invested in. As I told you, ARK recently bought its stock, as well as in the past there was a lot of discussion with Microsoft being interested in it. So that was my overview about some of the stocks that I'm interested in the current market being going down and it's totally reddish. I believe that the stock market will bounce back quite quickly, and I wish you all who are waiting for the third stimulus check, being Americans, good luck, and I'm looking forward to see you in my next video. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if I provided you some value. Thank you.